Hi guys, what's up? How you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. And today we're back in MYC Uncensored. I'm Anu and I'm here with
Satini.
and we're gonna talk about gender expectations today. And I think it's really important topic to talk about and to discuss and to find out more information about it. So, Satini, what do you think? How do you describe gender expectations?
So, gender expectations are usually the roles or generalized roles and stereotypes of males and females in society. So that's how we should act, what we should do as jobs,
Yeah.
the way that we should look sometimes,
Yeah.
like, with females, some stereotypes, especially these days because of social media.
Yeah.
They're like, a female shouldn't look like this, wearing a bikini out, or what else?
Yeah, well, like they have been like divided by the roles. According to the male, you have to do this, and according to the female, you have to do this.
Yeah.
And if you crossed somehow,
Yeah.
so you're not considered as good man or good woman.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're just gonna get judged by the society.
No, I agree.
Yeah, like I said, we've been given the specific roles. Like for men, you generally characterize them as a aggressive, strong, dominant, whereas females has been portrayed as a caring, kind, sensitive, and which require, and also they requires male to do heavy stuff like physical work. Yeah, and then I think gender stereotypes has affected both males and females as it shapes and forms their roles in the society based on their gender.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially for young females like us and those listening, it can definitely impact the way you grow up, so the way you think, the and like all your decisions in life, because you sometimes there might be the pressure, as I said, of social media, to present in yourself in a way that is acceptable to other people.
True.
When sometimes those expectations and these stereotypes, like, they actually mean nothing.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah.
And I think this also comes from our backgrounds or our religions or the locations. Like, for example, in our country, the men are believed the head of the family, and they are believed to be looking after all the family members, to look after all the financial issues and all those financial incomes. So, and whereas the female has been given job to work within the house, like doing all household works and not getting involved in outer activities, like outdoor activities. So there has been generalized, and in our community, the men and female are to be expected to stay in that same form. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's I don't think it's really good decisions for them both, because they have to stick on their same schedule, and I think the responsibility for them both becomes more heavier as it stays for more, and you keep on doing the same things, and I think the burden is really heavy for them.
No, I agree. And sorry.
Yeah, and what do you think? Where does this comes from?
Yeah, as you said, our cultures, traditions, beliefs, backgrounds, the way you were raised, where you were raised, all has an influence on these expectations and the way you grow up. So some cultures might be more, like you said, some females are expected to be more conservative, while the men can be out there working, can socialize, talk to whoever he wants and all that stuff. And sometimes it can be a positive thing, because some people, there can be some pros and cons.
Right.
Some people, depending on how you were raised, you'll think that's the right way.
Right.
And, that's completely up to you.
No.
And then there's other people that, challenge those ideas and those expectations and think of it negatively.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, very true. I agree with you. So these are all comes within self. Nobody has. Like, I think it's just a practice, I guess, in the society with that we see each other and we tends to adapt the same thing in our like in our daily basis to stay in a society, to be in a we keep make it as a rule, to rule that if they find out that the woman in your house is doing the outer activities that men's supposed to do, it won't look good for them.
Yeah.
So that's how there has been set the duty for males and women's according to the gender. And it's not all about females or women's. It's also about men's. Because I really think. The society says the men are not supposed to cry. They don't cry at all.
Yeah.
So, which is not. Men also has emotion. They also have feelings, and they can cry as much they want. But in our society, if men cries, they think that they're weak.
Yeah. Or they're a baby.
They're not supposed to cry.
Or they even they insult them by saying, "Oh, you're such a
loser.
You're like a woman. Like, oh, you cry like a lady." Sure. That type of stuff.
Yeah,
that's toxic as.
No, it is.
Yeah,
true. So I think it has affected to both male and female, and these are all set by the society, stereotyped especially, and
And some examples, as you said, females are expected to stay at home, be more.
To carry out the household things, to look after kids, their families, own families, and to get them a baby to just continue the family. And also, and also to mention about men's, they're really taken as a person to continue their generation, because within a family, the family prefers the first kid would be a boy to continue their generation, inheritance. And in our society, it is like that. And because they think that the girl will marry and go to another place, so not really a prioritized.
Yeah.
But they really expect a man or son to be born in a family, and also that also increases the responsibility towards each other, and also the feeling of not important in the family. So yeah.
Yep, that's a really important point.
Yeah, and so Satini, what do you think? What are the current issues affecting gender roles in today's society?
Well, I think the major issue is, and I said earlier, is social media. The influence of social media, and we've spoken about this in one of the published topics.
Yeah.
But I think social media has a huge influence on people. And especially as time goes on, women are challenging these expectations. So they're out here, I don't know, becoming influencers themselves, doing, I don't know, things that the typical, guy or society wouldn't accept.
Yeah.
So even that's the way a woman dresses. So when she posts on Instagram, if she's showing her skin, they'll call her words.
No, yeah, true.
And degrade her and all that stuff. But on the other hand, if a guy was, I don't know, showing his abs and all that stuff, half naked or whatever, they'll be like, oh, nice body, or, I want to be like you and all that stuff. I think social media has such a huge impact, and is one of the issues of society now. Not that it can't be positive.
No, yeah.
I think people are using their platforms a lot more, like TikTok, especially to discuss the issues and all that stuff in a more positive and comfortable way.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that.
I think it's also because of the religious and cultural belief that women are supposed to be dressed in a certain way. And because in some of the religion or some of the cultures, the women are not supposed to be showing their extra bodies, or they have to be wrapped around everything. And there's certain rules in the certain religions which is also which makes an impact in these gender issues.
I just want to share that in a culture there's I think most of you would know this, I think, but when a girl's getting married, she's expected to be like pure.
No, yeah.
So then, like, if she gets married to a guy and then, you know, they do their deed or whatever, she's meant to present that she was pure.
Yeah.
But there's no expectations for the guy.
No, there's not.
So there's stuff like that too.
Yeah, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. And also there's other culture belief that women has to be women doing their domestic stuff and household and caring things, where she's not allowed to do male job like going to the office and doing the physical works and getting out there and do the outdoor activities, which is also stereotyped by a community, and put that rules for women to stay in and look inwards, not outwards. I'm not saying it's happening now everywhere, but there's still some countries, some places which this is still continuing, this still getting on. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. And especially when I think if a dad said that, you know, he was a stay-at-home dad, like, I'm sure some people probably like, what? Why are you staying at home? Where's your wife? Don't you have a partner or something?
No, yeah.
And then if he's like, oh yeah, she works, a lot of them are probably like, what the? That's crazy.
No, true.
Even though it's, you know, it's normal, because at the end of the day, if he's a parent, then he's just a parent.
Sure. Yeah, these are, I don't know, for some reason these are staked for like stamp for men and women. Like, for example, if the house is messy, right? The house is messy, like everything's all over, but there's a guy living in there. They will think that, oh, he's just a guy. It's all right.
Yeah.
The guy can, if there's a woman and men live together and the house is still messy, they will blame on women, like how she's letting this happen. Why she's not cleaning. So they think that the responsibility to clean that house is just for her, not for him. And that blame will will be on her, and she'll be judged like being a not good woman. Because I don't know, for some reason women are tagged to clean the house and look everything neat.
No.
Yeah.
And also another one is that saying boys will be boys. So, you know, the expectation that girls shouldn't be involved in, I don't know, doing stuff that boys do, which whatever that means, like, as you said, like being untidy or whatever, and society excusing guys' behaviors just because they're, quote, boys.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Meanwhile, the girls is getting judged by that.
Yeah.
Just by that, the house is not cleaned.
Yeah.
Not everything she's been doing, but the house is not cleaned.
Yeah.
It's so ironic.
One small thing, one little bad thing, and then women are, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's so unfortunate, truly.
Yeah.
And the same way, the men are supposed to do all the financial thing. I know it's not really. I feel sorry for men that they had to do it alone, deal with all those economic crises at the house, to look after everything, to fulfill everyone's needs and demands. But it'd be good for them if they could ask for help with women, so she could also like join him and support him. So I think together, male and female can make the life easier. Yeah, and make a happy family. I think if we don't generalize them according to their duty, like men's going for work and women staying at home cooking for men and looking after everything and cleaning and stuff, if they stay together inwards and outwards, it would make their life easier. Not just going through the gender roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so as we spoke about these gender roles and responsibilities, what do you think, what are the factors that plays role in gender expectations?
I think we covered everything. So I think the factors are, cultural upbringings, religious beliefs, our personal experiences, where we grew up, how we were raised, social media. Yeah, and we're talking about all this and that, but it's something that can't be changed immediately, especially if you grew up around that, and that's totally fine. The way that you think and your opinion and how you want to continue with these expectations or whatever, that's totally fine. That's all on you. But I think our main message with this whole topic is that even though there's these things that sometimes try to limit us, there's always a way to cross them.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be limited or, shouldn't stop. Like, especially if you want to go out there and do something that you really want to do, but, they say, oh, this is only boys can do that or something.
True.
I honestly think and encourage you girls to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone hold you back.
No, true.
Because at the same time, society, the expectations and all that, it's changing.
Yeah.
I think we're working very hard these days to push that movement, female equal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's my main message. I want to.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you said men's and women's, we have roles. So when I speak to my grandparents or some of my relatives, and so when we are together, when I make dinner or lunch for them, and if the dinner tastes better, if I put some more salt, they'll be like, how do you gonna impress your husband and your family? You're not gonna be a good wife and good daughter-in-law. What? I will. No, that's not my. That's not my plan. I'm gonna support them with the financially. I'm gonna work and go there and work, and I could help them with the other things as well. It's not the main role. It's just like, no, you have to cook delicious. You have to cook good food. That's how you carry your families. That's how you make your husband happy and their parents happy. So that's how they portray
the generations.
So that's how my relatives portray me, to go to my husband's house and cook delicious food, make them happy, and to care and do all those things that makes them happy. That only includes the household works to do in proper way.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
So it's really ironic.
It's always like, how are you gonna impress someone else? But it's like, how about I impress myself? I love this dish. I don't need more salt.
True. And how about you think out of the box? And support me, your daughter.
That I don't know. If anyone has convinced their grandparents or like the older generation to like think the way that society does now, then you need I don't know, you need an award, because they can be some of the most stubborn people, like, and it's stuff like that where you can't change. These expectations sometimes have just been like drilled into your family or your culture, your customs and all that for generations. So, oh jeez.
Totally agreeable. I can't deny. No.
But I'm
so true. So that's a great chat. I think we covered all these informations and issues and all those expectations regarding gender expectations and their roles and how they are stereotyped in the society, and what are the pros and cons. I think we mentioned everything. What do you think, Satini?
No, me too. As I said before, I just want everyone to know that, you don't have to always you don't have to limit yourselves.
No.
Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. Yeah.
Your gender is not an excuse.
Oh,
it's not a
that's
setback.
deep. That's
no
great.
way. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So we really enjoyed talking about it. I hope you enjoyed as well, and I hope we helped you in some way. And we'd really appreciate your feedbacks and opinions and comments. So we have the link. We have mentioned our link below, and you can just give us your opinions and drawbacks, and we would appreciate. And thank you, Sidini, for the chat.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so we have to say bye then.
Well, take care, guys, and we'll see you on another episode.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.